Islam Center at UT Martin. Indiana State victorious in overtime, 73-71. The Sycamores outscored UT Martin 13-11 in overtime. And joining us, Sycamore head coach Teri Moren. And coach, you couldn't be more proud of your team right now.
Well, for sure. Just the fact that they stuck together there at the end. I mean, we lost our minds when they started pressing us a little bit. Not real happy with the way we handled that. But when Taylor goes out and she gets in foul trouble, that hurts his team. And but I thought that Zurich, had to come in. BC had to play some big minutes and got a huge bucket there right before I think we went it overtime. And Munn has a big night for us. Not too happy with 26 turnovers. Nonetheless, it's a win, you know. And I'm just glad how we just continued to battle, and we didn't back down, and we didn't panic. Of course, there were a few moments against the press that we panicked. I meant when we got it up the floor and got it into the open floor, I thought we were aggressive and made aggressive plays at the bucket. So just extremely just happy for this group. That's a happy group of kids in that locker room right now. And again, just happy for each other.
Yeah, and I know we watched the end of the Butler-IU game yesterday, and this game kind of resembled that a little bit. We get into foul trouble, lose Casey Johnson, lose Taylor Whitley. Rachel's battling foul trouble, and we just kept battling.
Right. And again, we couldn't get our press attack. It's pretty simple, but for whatever reason, we'll have to continue to work on that. Again, you have to have different players step up at different times, and I thought, like I said, we had to go to VC, and we needed another perimeter player in there, and she, number 11, let's give, Butler, she's just an unbelievable player, and that's a tall task for anybody to have to try to guard her, and I thought VC did a great job, as good a job as anybody else did on her, but I was just pleased that VC hung in there, and not just defensively, but did some good things offensively for us towards the end.
Yeah, it's one of those games too where you got down in the second half, and Chelsea Hall, who hadn't scored a point all year, hits 2 threes in the corner, and it's like it might be one of those nights for us, but we hung together, and that's what it's all about.
Right, it became kind of a chess match, between the two teams, and we were really trying to figure out if we needed to go to our zone. Just because we were having such a hard time guarding Butler, and but then you do that, and she's so unselfish, and she's so crafty that she finds other pieces, and obviously number 10, the Hall kid, was recipient of 2 of those, just dribble penetration where we helped in on her, and she knocked down 2 big threes on us. So another great victory for this young Sycamore team, and like I said, it's gonna make the bus ride home a little bit funner, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 2 road wins now in the year in the non-conference. We got another chance next Saturday, but first we got Chicago State on Tuesday.
Sure, and I want to say one thing about this team. This UT Martin team is picked to win the OVC, and there's probably a really good chance they're going to do that. And as we talk to the kids, going into this is a really good win for us, especially when you're talking about a conference opponent like UT Martin is probably going to win their league. That's going to bode well for us for a lot of reasons down the road. And again, 2 games in 3 days. We don't have much time to. It's a good thing we have that 4.5-hour drive that we can celebrate, the big victory, and then get back to work tomorrow. In terms of how we can be back at home and play and win another one.
7-2 through 9 games, heck of a start.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure it's a start that we anticipated, but certainly it's, like I said to you in the pregame, it's really been fun to watch this team grow.
It has. Coach, thanks.